Hello and welcome to City Beat. We are your central source of news and information for the city of Rocky Mount. I'm Tamika Keenan Norman, Chief Communications and Marketing Officer for the city, and we have got a show jam-packed with events that are happening at the Imperial Center for the Arts and Sciences. Coming up in just a few, we'll speak with Lee White about the exhibit that I know you've been talking about, Ocean Bound, in the Children's Museum and Science Center. Right now, we're in our drawing and painting studio, and coming up in just a few, Tracy Grosner has all the details about our arts programming in the Arts Education Building. And finally, Sheila Long has details about December events, including the annual First Friday series. So stay tuned. I think you're going to enjoy this show. It's all right here on City Beat. Hello and welcome to City Beat. We are your central source of news and information for the city of Rocky Mount. I'm your host, Tamika Keenan Norman, and as you can see, we're inside the Imperial Center's Children's Museum and Science Center, and joining me today is a very familiar face, Lee White, Curator of Education. And I told Lee earlier, I'm going to ask you some familiar questions. We keep the questions the same. The exhibit changes, yes, right? It changes tremendously. And the new exhibit we have here is Ocean Bound. We're standing in front of the sign. You showed me some pieces of Ocean Bound. Very exciting exhibit. Opened in September.
Yes.
How long will it be open?
I will be open until December 31st, so just till the end of the year.
Oh, great. So for folks who haven't had a chance to come out here, or even if you had, you always experience something new with these exhibits.
Yes, there's always something fun and different to come and see and do.
Exactly. So tell me about what we can do at this exhibit.
Well, Ocean Bound is about watersheds or river basins.
Okay.
So we're looking at how the water flows through the system, kind of a water cycle.
Okay, that's really interesting. And how did you get the idea for Ocean Bound? What company produces this, by the way?
This is from another museum, actually, Science Center out of Ithaca, New York. And this is one of their traveling exhibits. So, you know, we look for different topics and subject matter, usually science or math based, but something a little bit different. We hadn't had anything in a number of years about water, and this is a different look at it from last time.
Okay. And so how do you arrive at that? Did somebody tell you about the Ithaca experience, or how does that come about?
It has been at other museums that we do have some connections with, and in talking with them, they said it was a great exhibit. They had a lot of success with it, and people seem to enjoy it.
Okay. Now, typically with your previous exhibits, you've had a certain age range.
Yes.
That it was really suited for. For this particular exhibit, what is that age range?
I would say the science content of it is probably about third grade and up, but there's always stuff for our younger visitors to do, buttons to push and knobs to turn and things like that. So there's something for everyone, but I would say the content is probably mostly focused third grade and up.
Okay. And even for me, you know, for adults too, I think you learn things with these different exhibits.
Absolutely.
Yeah. A lot of times you forget what you learned in third grade.
Yes.
I'm ashamed to say it, but you do. So what type of feedback have you gotten thus far?
We've gotten a great response from it, especially from teachers. If they're looking at water cycle and oceans or streams, sediment, that kind of thing. This is a great exhibit to come check out to learn about those topics.
Okay. Ultimately, what do you hope visitors will gain by visiting Ocean Bound?
I think the primary focus is just showing people that whatever you do on land is going to ultimately affect our oceans. So if there's pollution on land, even this far inland from the ocean, eventually it's going to make its way through the water system to the ocean.
Okay. Well, in keeping with our tradition, I want you to show me at least two parts to this exhibit that are your favorite, okay? We don't want to give it all away.
Right.
All right. So Mark Adcox, our videographer, is going to take us along, and we're very excited. So we'll be coming back in just a moment. Hello and welcome back to City Beat. We are still inside the Children's Museum and Science Center, and this is a part of the Ocean-Bound exhibit. Lee, we walked around earlier, she showed me this. I said we have to get this on camera. We're inside a submarine.
Yes.
Yeah, tell me about what this is all about, Lee.
Well, what you can do in our submarine is take a trip from a mountain stream all the way down to the ocean. And the videos that you can look through are going to show you some of the animals that live there, what the bottom of a particular type of lake or stream or estuary would look like, the animals that live there, if there's vegetation that grows in the water, that type of thing.
Wow, very interesting. And one of the things that I was telling Lee earlier is that I actually went in a real submarine on my honeymoon in the Cayman Islands, and it was a really good experience. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think you were showing me earlier how I might be wrong. Okay.
There we go.
Actually, what you can see, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like right now we're starting in a mountain stream, and we'll go down under the water, and we can see what the bottom of the stream would look like. A lot of rocks, and we'll meet some of the animals that would live here. We have some fish. We can speed it up, we can get through the stream quickly, or we can slow it down, take our time, watch the fish. And as we're moving through, we might come across a log to go under, a fish. I think there's some crustaceans that are hiding out in here somewhere. We might find some of those. But as we keep moving, we'll go through a lake and a river, down to the estuary, and then out to the ocean. And in each area, we'll see a variety of wildlife that would live there, plants that would live there, and just how each of those different ecosystems are different.
I bet this part of the exhibit is extremely popular.
It is very popular. Kids love to come in and play like they're going on an ocean voyage.
Yeah, yeah. And it is very lifelike, because I remember, this reminds me so much of when I was in that submarine in the Cayman Islands. It's all coming back to me now. I don't think I would do it again, but it's coming back to me. The other feature in this submarine is your wildlife close-up, I believe it's called, and Mark is going to get some footage of that. But tell me a little bit about that.
That's looking more at our ocean animals. So stingrays and things that you would find right off the coast in some of the shallower areas of the ocean. And then, of course, from that, you can come out of the submarine and go over to our animal gallery and see the live ones in our touch pool.
Oh.
So we do have crabs and different kinds of whelks and conchs and flounder and fish that you can go check out the real thing.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking us inside this submarine. There's one more part that we want to show you here at the Ocean-Bound exhibit. So we're going to show you that and take you over in just a few moments. So we're still in our Ocean-Bound exhibit. I had a really good time in the submarine, and right now, what is a watershed? And I thought this would be interesting to show, because very first part of the exhibit, and it really supports the purpose that you talked about for the Ocean-Bound exhibit.
Yes. This is your chance to see actual watersheds in action and kind of create your own watershed. So we can make it rain up in the mountains, and we see where the water flows, and where the water goes would be a watershed. But we can also move, storms don't stay still, so we can move our storm and see where a different watershed is created by the water that arrives in a different place, and how that water comes down out of the mountains into the valleys, and where it goes, and it all ends up in the ocean eventually.
Okay, well, this is really interesting. I thought, because of the purpose of the exhibit, this would be very interesting to show. So thank you so much. And any age range can kind of fiddle with this as well.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah.
This one's a lot of fun.
Now, Lee, I do want to mention that the Children's Museum and Science Center closes in January.
Yes, we do.
Is it for the entire month?
It's for about 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yes, we'll reopen, I believe it's January 24th.
And you'll have a new exhibit when you reopen.
Yes, we do. We have
the time comes so quickly. What will be the name of the new exhibit?
So our exhibit opening in January is called, it's about dinosaurs, dinosaur discovery.
Okay.
It's a very different exhibit than we've ever had before. It's based on a maze, and your answers to questions in the maze put you in different directions in the maze to see where you end up. I think that one's going to be a lot of fun.
Wow, and what age group is that one going to be for?
That one's definitely all ages. All ages love dinosaurs, and the activities and questions in it are really ageless.
I'm excited about that, and the reason being, I have a 2-year-old, and on our phone, he's always talking about dinosaurs.
Oh, he'll love it.
Yeah, so I've got to take him out to that, and then of course I'll bring him here to Ocean Bound during our First Friday events as well.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Lee.
Thank you.
For joining us on the show today. As always, you can visit the website imperialcenter.org to find out more about this Ocean Bound exhibit. And your hours, Lee, are what now?
Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 5, and Sundays, 1 to 5.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in as well. We'll be right back with more about programming that's happening here at the Imperial Center for the Arts and Sciences. This is City Beat.
What to expect when you're expecting
Like here.
a teenager.
Today, I'm going to show you how to team-proof your home. First step, hide the car keys. Preferably somewhere they would never look. Challenges will come up. Be ready for them. Hi, honey.
Ready for the... Mom, you don't use mannequins in the mannequin challenge.
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Hello and welcome back to City Beat. I'm your host, Tamika Keenan Norman, and if you're just tuning in, a big thank you to Lee White, who talked to us about the most recent exhibit at the Children's Museum and Science Center called Ocean Bound. And I went across the courtyard to the Arts Education Building so we can talk about some of the programs happening here. And joining me today, I've got Tracy Grosner, our Arts Education Manager. So hello, welcome back to City Beat.
Hi, Tamika. Thank you so much for having me.
And I don't know if our audience remembers, you've been on the show before. When we were talking today, I was surprised because you said you've been here in Rocky Mount for a little over a year.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, originally you came here from New York.
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
Yes.
so how has the experience been so far? Tell me a little bit about what your job entails again as well.
Well, being here has been just a wonderful joy. Everybody in the community has really embraced me and what we're doing here. A lot of friendly faces, a lot of smiles. And what I do here for the city and the Imperial Center is I deliver public programs based around arts education. So anything from drawing, painting, printmaking, ceramics, family workshops, free drop-in programs, a lot of collaborative work with our local city schools, as well as our art gallery and other colleagues around the Imperial Center. So we're here to serve our community and to have them get really excited and involved with creation and the arts.
You know, and speaking of that, right now we're in our drawing and painting studio. Did I get that correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are standing here.
And thanks to our videographer, we have a great backdrop. You can see some of these creations that have been done. One of the things that you mentioned, your theme for this season for your arts programming, be art venturous. I love it. What does that mean? How did you come up with that?
Well, a little bit of brainstorming in the marketing arena to think about having fun with the arts. We were doing a little bit of wordplay, and I just thought, you know, we need to engage people with adventures, you know, not only being outside, engaging with nature, but having journeys through creation and art. Fun, new, sometimes a little challenging, maybe a little bit scary, but that's okay because this is all about learning and being a part of what we're doing here.
Now, you have programming that's going on through December.
Yes.
Yeah, tell me about some of the activities that you're offering.
Sure. We have some classes and workshops that have already passed and that are ongoing, but coming up in November and December, we have a range of drop-in workshops on Saturdays for families and adults, individuals of any age to come and join us, look at art, talk about art with our teaching artists, and then respond through creating something. We also have a range of family workshops that are coming up, 5 in fact, thinking about clay, abstract painting, saltwater etching and making jewelry, creating recycled ornaments, and also holiday stockings. We have to have some things, you know, oriented to our December celebration. So those are generally for families of all ages, and they also take place on Saturday.
And what times typically are those workshops?
Oh, sure. Our family programs are usually from about 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. And our drop-in workshops start at 11 a.m. in the lobby of the Imperial Center in the Art Gallery. And they conclude around 1.
Okay. I've got to share with our audience, before we got on camera, we were talking and I told you how I used to love to draw. You know how you love to do something, but maybe you're not too good at it?
Yeah.
And so it intimidates me, but you offered me some advice, and I want you to offer it to this group as well, who might be a little bit intimidated of art.
Oh, sure. So one thing that I always think about and share with the hesitant student is to come and try. Come and join us. Try out what we have to offer. It might spark some new interest. It might help you hone a skill, develop some experience, and investigate different materials. We use clay, paint, charcoal, pencil, really any material and medium you can think about, we try to incorporate in our classes and workshops. So I really encourage everybody to come in and just be art venturous with us.
I love it. I love it. And you told me too, don't compare, because I told you my brother and my father, they love to draw. They're great at it. And I was like, I'm not as good as them. But don't compare yourselves to others, right?
Not at all, because everyone has their own distinct style. Whether you start with that or traditional fundamentals of the arts, perspective, shading, value, line, and you can interchange them. So we really want to support different artists, different ways of thinking, and I want everybody to know that it's all right. There's no right or wrong when it comes to the arts.
I love it. I love it. Now, you had some open houses, I think it was in September last month. And are you going to offer any future open houses? What do those entail?
Sure. So we will be offering a future open house probably around mid-February to late February. And those open houses are a chance for our community members to come in and see what we're doing here. Tour the building, talk to my team about the programming that is coming up, ask any questions they might have, but also interact with our teaching artists and view demonstrations and create some art. We had a wonderful tile glazing project that happened with our last open house. We had still life drawing with one of our teaching artists, as well as some watercolor demonstration.
What do you hope folks will gain from this overall experience?
I hope that everyone in our community will see the Imperial Center and our building as a welcoming home, a chance to explore the arts where there's no judgment. Everyone is welcome, from beginners to advanced students, and a chance for our local community just to get involved with us and say hello.
Right. Anything else you want to add, Tracy?
I just want to share with everybody that we will be coming back in the spring with a lot of programming, classes, workshops, collaborative work with our Rocky Mount Senior Center, so look out for that. If anyone would like to kind of check us out, they can go to our website, imperialcenter.org, or give us a call at the main number. And we're happy to entertain any questions, concerns, and also any suggestions for classes. We always want to keep that door open to hear what our community wants.
Wow. Thank you so much
so
for joining us
welcome.
on the show today. And I'd imagine if folks want more information, they can visit the Imperial Center website, correct?
Correct, absolutely.
All right, so you heard it from Tracy. Our website is imperialcenter.org. So we really want you to get involved in this programming happening in our arts education building. We'll be right back with more of City Beat. We're going to speak with Sheila Long about upcoming events in December. We'll be right back.
I'm a retired school psychologist, and helping people was my thing.
I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels.
After my stroke, when Meals on Wheels started, I was on the other end of the stick, so to speak.
Meals on Wheels, coming to my door as someone who's housebound, having someone check on me, assures me that I'm not forgotten.
Meals on Wheels has given me a mode of freedom that I wouldn't have otherwise.
We're the clients.
We are the clients.
We are the clients of Meals on Wheels.
America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Hello and welcome back to City Beat. I'm your host, Tamika Keenan Norman, and if you're just tuning into the show today, it's all about the Imperial Center for the Arts and Sciences and the great programming that they have here at this center. And if you'll notice today, we're not inside our TV19 studios. We are at the Imperial Center, and joining me today is Sheila Long, our Recreation Services Supervisor, to talk about some of the holiday events that are coming up in December, as well as our first Friday event. So Sheila, the audience should really know you well by now.
Oh yeah, I've been here a couple of times.
Exactly. Welcome back to City Beat.
Thank you.
Yeah, excited to have you on the show because First Friday is actually, we had the first event in November, picking it back up in December. How long is it going to last this year?
So we're going to continue First Friday, November through May. We don't do it in January because, you know, we have the holiday and everybody likes to kind of do their thing for the holiday weekend. But yeah, November through May every year. Our hope is to expand it year round in the future, but for right now we end in May.
Wow. And you know, it never, we were talking about this before we started the segment, but it never stops.
Yeah, we have a year-round series of events throughout the Imperial Center in downtown Rocky Mount, so there's always something to do.
Okay. So for folks who are new to the area, maybe who've never been to First Friday, tell me a little bit about what that event is all about.
First Friday is just come out, enjoy time with family, with friends, just experience everything the Imperial Center has to offer, downtown has to offer. It's very community minded. So we have live music, we have bounce houses for the kids, we have activities for the kids. The Children's Museum is free. A lot of times we'll have theater productions, or some of our community partners are doing a production. So sometimes, like Nash Rocky Mount Schools will do a production in our theater that they would sell tickets to those. But typically everything else at that event is free. We have a lot of partners that come out and they'll demonstrate what they're doing. Some of the dance studios in town will come out, and we also have a lot of vendors. So sometimes we have craft vendors, then you've got like your LuLaRoe and your Sensei and some of those that'll come out and sell some of their products. We typically always have a food truck. So some of our food enthusiasts like to come out, and you know, you always love a good food truck. And so we have sweets and just it's different. Every time you come, there's so much to do. It's only 3 hours, so there's, you know, you can't do it all in 3 hours, so you have to keep coming back.
So the 3 hours you're talking about is 6 until 9
6
p.m.
to 9 p.m.
And I remember coming last year. This is the third series,
it's
right?
It's the third series.
Okay.
So we're excited to be able to continue to do it. We found the first year we did it, the community just loved it and they wanted more. And so it grew and we had more going on and more things for people to do. And this year we're excited because our hope when we started First Friday was for it to never just be on our campus, that it wasn't something just the Imperial Center does. And so we are talking with some of our partners and other organizations throughout the community that are excited to work with us for it to grow in the future. And so the young professionals are going to be utilizing Booker T. And so it is already moving off of our campus and it will be going to Booker T. And we've got some other things in mind that we hope to be able to share the next time we're on having this interview.
Yeah, and it is exciting. You know, you talk about the different areas of the Imperial Center. And I remember coming last year and the year before last, and as soon as you walk in this lobby, there's activity that's happening.
Absolutely.
I remember our public utilities booth had a set up a while back, and then you come in the lobby and there are other activities. I think we've had live music in the lobby and in the art center as well.
Absolutely.
Now this year, is there anything new to the series or something that really stands out for you?
So I would say what's really standing out for this series are the partnerships. So we're having more people that want to be a part of what we've got going on. Nash Rocky Mount Schools are doing some youth exhibitions, and they're gonna have some performances here and demonstrations. The Eastern Youth Orchestra is going to come out and they're going to provide some entertainment with their strings group, and so we're excited to have them come and want to be a part of that. That's I mean, they're coming from like the Eastern ECU
Okay,
So they have some professors there that want to be a part of what we're doing here. We have NC State coming out sometimes. So Nash Community College, Edgecombe Community College, Braswell Library. So it's just the partnerships and everybody wanting to be a part of what's going on. It just shows that there's a lot of excitement about Rocky Mount.
And you talked about how the event has grown since the very first year. We're in our third year. How much has the event grown since the first year?
Wow. So there are sometimes, like some of the months, like December is our busiest month. And the first year we had about 1,000 people. Last year, in our second year, we had 1,700 people come through. So the December first Friday is huge. You know, we have fake snow, we have Santa, we have carriage rides. So it's just an all-around exciting opportunity. But yeah, every year we've grown so far, and we hope for this year to grow even more because our campus is so large and we've got so much going on. We have the capacity to have so many more people come out and enjoy it.
And speaking of December, that's a great transition to some of your December events that are going on. I know last year you did a Charlie Brown Christmas production. And of course, Christmas Chorus happens every year. Tell me a little bit about those events.
Yeah, so we're actually going to continue Charlie Brown this year. So it's kind of uncommon for our theater to repeat a show each season. But we had so much success with Charlie Brown Christmas that the kids enjoyed it, the families enjoyed it, they wanted it back. And so we listened to the community, we listened to everybody that came to this show that didn't get a chance to come to this show. We said, you know what, that's what we need to be doing. We need to do that again. And we're excited, the Christmas Chorus, this is their 49th year. So they've had quite a history of performing for everybody during the holidays. And with Charlie Brown being a 45-minute production, and the kids that are involved in that and getting them involved in the Christmas Chorus was really exciting for us. So we're deciding to try it out and partner those two productions, and I think it's going to be a really great event. I mean, the kids are going to have an opportunity to see and be a part of some really high quality singing and choral opportunities, and I think that it just gets everybody excited. That's the first weekend in December. It leads into the Christmas parade, that it gets people really in the Christmas spirit.
Now, for the dates and times, because I know there are many for Charlie Brown and Christmas Chorus, where can they find those dates and times?
So those dates are on our website, so you can go to imperialcenter.org. We are excited to say that we now are selling tickets online. So you can visit our website and purchase your own tickets, or you can call us. You can come by and see us. We love to talk to people. So if you want to come see us to buy your tickets, we'd love for you to do that. But if you want, you're thinking about it, you're watching this, you can get online right now and buy your ticket.
Exactly. And Winter Wonderland is something that has been going on for so long as well.
Absolutely.
It's a very popular event.
It
when are
is.
we having that this year?
So that will be December 10th. So sorry, we've got a lot of dates going on. But yes, December 10th, it's from 1 to 5. And if you can't remember dates, it's always going to be the second Sunday in December. So the Imperial Center has been doing it for many years, and people just love the overall environment. So again, just celebrating the holidays and getting you in that spirit. Santa's going to be here. We do carriage rides for that too. We'll have fake snow again for that. So if you missed it at First Friday, or you had so much fun at First Friday with the fake snow and the carriage ride, we'll have it again for Winter Wonderland. The Imperial Center is decorated beautifully. We have a lot of people that come out and take photos with those trees and the other decorations here. And we also have all kinds of craft activities for the kids to participate in. And just, again, the facility is free that day, so you get to enjoy that as well. And there's a series of live Christmas performance or Christmas singers and other demonstrations as well.
And I think I jumped ahead a little bit, because before that is the Christmas parade on December 3rd, that week prior to. Anything special kicking off this year?
Yes. So with the Christmas parade this year, the city of Rocky Mount is celebrating its 150th year. So we'll continue to celebrate that with our Christmas parade this year. You will see some classic cars in the parade. We'll have our Gray Marshal, and so that's always exciting. We have a special guest that leads the parade. You always have Santa. But we also use this opportunity to give back to the community. So Toys for Tots will be out collecting toys throughout the parade route. So we encourage people to come out and enjoy the parade, but to also bring a gift for someone that might need one.
Well, Toys for Tots is a mainstay with the Christmas parade too
Absolutely.
as well. And I'm sure it probably gets more successful every year with that as well. One thing that you mentioned to me earlier was new, and it's a Christmas music festival.
It
right?
is. It is. So that's something new that we're trying. The Imperial Center has had such success with celebrating the holidays and keeping a really active downtown in Imperial Center in December that we thought, you know, how unique would it be? There's so many people that are, you know, music groups and churches and other organizations. You've got the Tar River Orchestra, you've got the Rocky Mount Chamber of Singers, you've got so many people that have wonderful talent. And let's celebrate that, you know. Let's give them an opportunity to come out and perform and show us their best. And so we're doing a Twin County holiday music or choral festival, and it'll be the first time we try it, and so we're excited. There's going to be 2 days of performances, and we're encouraging people to visit our website to figure out how to become a part of it.
Okay.
If you want to be a chorus, that there's opportunity for you to register to be a part of it. We're going to take up to 10 choruses this year, and we're going to see how it goes. And then we're going to have the winners at Winter Wonderland. So whoever wins from the chorus, they will be judged, and that we'll announce the winners at Winter Wonderland. And so we're excited about that. And then our plan is to keep them engaged with the Imperial Center. So if you win, you know, we'd love to have you come back and keep being a part of what we've got going on throughout the next year. So we're excited about that.
So lots going on.
Oh, absolutely. December is probably our busiest month of the year.
Yeah, it really is. So, but that means the community is engaged and
Absolutely.
has plenty of things to do right in their own backyard.
Absolutely.
Anything else you want to add, Sheila?
I mean, we're always excited. We've got wonderful exhibits here at the Imperial Center. We would love for people to come out and be a part of it. If you want to be a part of First Friday or any of our other events, there's always an opportunity for us to partner and work together and just really show off what Rocky Mount has to offer.
Yeah, it's interesting you said that because Lee White was just on to talk about the Ocean Bound exhibit, which is really neat.
It is.
So thank you so much, Sheila,
Thank
for
you for
being a
having
part
me.
of the show today. And thank you for tuning in as well to another edition of City Beat. Just like Sheila mentioned earlier, if you want more events on all of the holiday happenings on First Friday as well, visit imperialcenter.org. And if you want more events about just anything happening or more information about any events happening within the city of Rocky Mount, visit our website, our main website at rockymountnc.gov. I'm Tamika Keenan Norman. Thanks for tuning in to City Beat.